2020. I don't know what the name of this one is. It's something. It's something good. And we've got a bunch of people in our Zoom chat room here. In the audience, if you want to join, you are welcome to get a ticket at cellomadness.eventbrite.com. And without further ado, let's start the show. I go by Cello Joe, Joey Chang. I'm out here in Oakland, California, and our first performer is the Cello Doll, and she is currently in Boston, Massachusetts. And I'd like to introduce you to the Cello Doll.
Joe, thank you so much for inviting me here tonight.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I was talking to Joe before we started the stream, and I just think what he's doing is wonderful, bringing cellists and cello lovers together. I think that's incredible. And Cello Madness definitely fall under that category, so this is perfect. And for those of you who might not know me, I am a cellist with classical training in my roots, and I'm using that training with an alternative flair to break stereotypes, especially in the classical music world. And I use my craft as well as arranging and composing to kind of bring our art into the 21st century and to make it relatable to anybody. That's my goal. And I put up my multimedia projects on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Tonight, I have decided to perform a piece that is very dear to my heart. It actually really went along with the early years of Cello Doll. When I found this piece, I couldn't believe it was considered classical because it's very modern, it's alternative, it reminds me of rock, it reminds me of metal, and you would hear it in a classical concert hall and no one would blink an eye. And it's pieces like this that I want to show people. The classical genre is massive, and if you don't know where to look, it can be overwhelming. And you got people like me who want to lead the way. So I have William Bolcom, Solo Cello Suite in C minor. This was originally written as music for a theatrical play. Bolcom was assigned to write this music, and he enjoyed it so much he revamped it into a solo cello suite. So, this is a suite. It has multiple movements, multiple characters, and like I said, breaking the stereotypes. If I play a movement and you want to scream and you want to clap and you want to holler, do it! Do it! So, without further ado, thank you guys so much for coming tonight. The ticket was so generous for those of you who are here. If you're interested in additional tips, I'm also the Cello Doll on PayPal and Venmo. Thank you guys so much, and here is the Bolcom. guys so much. Thank you.
Viva!
That is such a spooky, haunting piece.
It's up my alley. It was funny. The first time I found this piece, the teacher who assigned it to me said, "You know, there's this piece that really reminds me of your personality." And after I got the music, I was like, "What are you trying to say?"
Oh my gosh. So you learned that piece because your teacher gave it to you and said this would suit you.
Yeah, and it completely changed how I looked at what a solo cello could be. I mean, I love Bach. You know, that's my home, and I love the Bach cello suites, but this just goes a whole extra mile being written in the 1990s. That the cello can do so many crazy madness approved things for cello concerts.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
So, who was your teacher? Where did you study at?
Yeah, so I got a bachelor's and a master's at Boston University, College of Fine Arts. And Devin put Yo Yo Ma in the chat. I wish. Um, no, but the teacher at the time who gave me that Bolcom piece was Mihail Jojatu, and he plays in the Boston Symphony. And he was an incredible teacher that really pushed me to think outside of the box. And that piece really shows it. So,
So wait, so he pushed you to think outside of the Bach cello suites?
no, outside of the box. No,
I just put that together in my head. I was like, this is a chance for me to make a pun.
oh,
He got you to think outside of the box and play the Bolcom.
that's right.
So, um, we have a couple more performers, I being one of them. We have Lauren Mullinax coming up. But before we go over to Lauren, I just want to see if anybody else, if anybody in our concert has any questions for the cello doll, wants to know anything. I mean, I'm curious to find out like one thing. If you had to distill your entire time with Mikhail, uh, what was it that was the secret sauce? Like, why are they in the Boston Symphony? That's a pretty prestigious symphony. That's like you're competing against literally thousands of other cello players for that role.
Sure. So being an orchestral cellist is you have to marry that job. I mean, in music, you are marrying any job you pick. But for orchestra players, I mean, my teacher, Mihail, he would tell me, I would practice the audition material about 6 to 8 hours a day. That's just the audition material. And there's a lot of pieces, a lot of ingredients that go into that secret sauce, you said. And I personally, an orchestral career is not quite in my horizon, but I did learn a lot studying with him kind of about that life and about that world. I took some mock cello orchestra auditions just to try it out and make myself nervous. But honestly, it sounds really simple, but they say when you go to an audition for an orchestra, do everything that's on the page. That doesn't seem like a miracle novel advice, but if you think about it, every mark, every slur, every little thing on that piece of paper, You have to train and drill yourself to get every single thing on the page consistently so that when you're on a stage nervous, it can still happen. And other than that, you know, your intonation and your tone has to be perfect.
No big deal.
No big deal.
Just 6 to 8 hours a day for weeks upon weeks of practicing this music, and then extreme butterflies in your stomach as you're sitting behind a scrim and you can't even see who you're playing for and they can't see you. And
Yeah, definitely.
wow. Well, we have a question coming in, and that is, when can we listen to you live next?
Ooh, that's a very good question. So in terms of live, like a Zoom format like this, I don't have anything recent on the horizon, but I am making every month. I release a self-produced music video that features an original arrangement I made, and let's just say next month there's going to be a lot of seasonal things coming out on my YouTube and Instagram pages. So that's kind of where I try to take all of my skill sets, put them together, and make a musical product for people to enjoy.
Great. So I guess the answer is follow you on YouTube and on Instagram and watch her watch the cello doll playing asynchronously
Yes, and I
live.
do. Yes, and I do post videos of playing. I posted a lot of the Bolcom on the Instagram to promote this concert opportunity. So I do put on playing clips every other day. So it's not truly live, but it's me in my practice room shredding away. And before I forget, Joe, I wanted to thank you so much again for inviting me. This says really, we haven't had a live chance to really play for an audience in a long time with the pandemic. So to look out and see your virtual faces, that kind of rekindles that passion I have for performing.
Yes, of course. Well, we're so grateful that you took a chance on the Cello Madness Congress and came and shared the Bolcom with us. That was amazing.
Thank you.
Okay, well, let's go on to our next performer. We've got Lauren Mullinax here, and she is doing some definite Cello Madness Congress stuff. Actually, before we transition, can we have everybody unmute and let's give a nice standing ovation to the cello doll. Fantastic, fantastic. All right, I'm going to introduce you now to our next performer, and that will be Lauren Mullinax, everybody.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Cello Joe. That was amazing, Cello Doll. And I'm just thrilled also to be on this chat and this concert. You know, it's really awesome to do this. I've actually never done a Zoom concert before, and it's really cool. I've enjoyed, you know, the chance to be a part of this. So thank you for hosting this and. I've actually been following both of y'all as cello players for a long time, and I am just thrilled to, you know, even be in a video chat with y'all. I always looked up to y'all, so it's just an honor, you know, to finally feel like I'm kind of in that circle, you know, that cello circle, and being a musician that wants to step out of the boundaries of what you know classical music is and that's definitely what I'm doing. And I try to help people through my music. That's my mission. I feel like if there's a way to bring healing to people in need, that's what I want to do. And so, what I'm going to be doing for this portion of the concert is I have originals, like tracks that I've created, and some of them I'm going to improvise on top of them and then others I'm gonna be like being a part of it, like, and you'll get a taste of what my music's kind of about. But it's definitely not the traditional. I will say that one of my favorite artists is Lindsey Sterling. And I'm gonna transition. With all these chords, I have a lot of chords all over the place. That's part of the fun of it. It's like a mind zone over here. So, all right. And make sure I'm all turned on. Alrighty. I do have a effects pedal, and it's called the Afterneath by Earthquaker, and it adds some really cool reverb. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play this first song that is written with my friends Jameson and Michael when I was in high school with them, and it's a fun song to just be creative with. It first started off with improvisation, and it kind of went from there, and it's called Fade Away. Oh. So that was Fade Away. Gotta fade away, fade away. All right, so the next song that I'm going to be doing was featured in a NASA documentary, and that one is it's called the Planetary Society that specifically did it, and the president of that society is Bill Nye, the science guy. Bill Nye, the science guy. Anyways, Bill. So he's pretty cool. So this one's called Alpha Centauri. I'm pretty sure they just like the name Alpha Centauri. They're like, hey, it's like some stars and galaxy kind of stuff. I'm just gonna add this song. So this was also a collaboration that I did with my friends Jameson and Michael, and it was also featured on the Tampa Bay Times as well. And it's fun. And I also was a part of making this in high school. Gosh, it feels so long ago. But I got some new stuff, but I'm saving that for kind of the end. So, all right, here's Alpha Centauri. Alpha Centauri. Appreciate it. All right, and now I like to do one that I call Yardbird, and it's based off of Charlie Parker. So I went to Southeastern University down in Lakeland, and I studied under the principal cellist Ronald Gardner of the Orlando Philharmonic, and um, he's just a wonderful, wonderful person. We just have a great friendship, and him and his wife, they co-taught together. She's an excellent violinist. Many times has been the concertmaster also of the OBO, and they've gotten to play with so many amazing acts. Of course, being right there in Orlando, so they get to play a lot with Disney and stuff. So yeah, I just can't speak highly enough. Like they're just so personable with everyone that they meet, and it's just been a gift, to be able to study with such cool, professors. And I totally get the whole practicing for anywhere from 6 to 9 hours a day. I definitely remember like it was my sophomore year. I literally just was always in the practice room, and it was always about 9 hours, and you get tired of hearing a click track or the metronome, and there's been times that I really wanted to throw my metronome at the window. I was like, I'm done with this. This is horrible. But I like to go outside of the realm of classical music, and I wanted to get more creative, and I got a looper station. It wasn't quite the right fit for me personally, and I decided I was really good at songwriting, and so I just wanted to go all in on writing songs with purpose and meaning, and I'm starting to create more songs that have that. So I'm not just a cellist. I play many, many instruments, anything that has strings, but I normally go with just cello and guitar to my gigs. And I've been extremely fortunate to have had several gigs throughout the coronavirus, but I have missed about $5,000 worth of gigs within my first month. And I was like, I had to relocate and go back to living with my parents. And I'm super grateful though that they've, welcomed me back home, of course. And they're awesome. So it's good to have support, right? So it's good to have a supportive community. So the next song I'm going to do is based on Charlie Parker, which I was bringing up the Southeastern University because I took a jazz class, and you don't really think about cello and jazz, but it's extremely hard. I tried to do some jazz stuff, and I'm like, oh, it's crazy. So it has a little bit of a Latin flair to it, and yeah, this is called Yardbird. have two more songs for y'all, and the next one is called Over the Moon, and it is based off of two children's books that I was read to when I was a little girl, and yeah, I hope you'll enjoy it. Coming cheap in my sleep, don't know where to seek my reality. Tiptoe in the meadows of my dreams. Oh, no matter where you run to find me, I will be behind you. And so the final song that I have for y'all tonight is the song that I've been working on for 10 years, and I just released it, and it's called Downtown. And I normally play it on my guitar, but I'm challenging myself to play it on my cello this time and singing. So, okay, here we go. See, I'm riding downtown, just my cousin me. Nowhere to go, just wanna be free. Every song's on radio makes us wanna sing all night long. Whoa, 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 Hidden traffic night, going slow. People honking and talking on their phones. Distracted drivers all around. It don't matter, we downtown bound. We can scream, shout, and laugh out loud.
It's beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Lauren, that was a great set.
Thank you.
Really appreciated all of your singing, all of your songwriting, all of your melodic
Yes.
development there.
Yeah.
I was jamming along with you while you were playing that one.
Oh, that would have been so cool if we should
I-
do like a one of those like I wish that we could just meld together, you know.
Well, it's possible asynchronously, but it's kind of impossible with internet latency. There's just always like this slight lag that makes it very hard to jam together. But one of these days, once
One of
this
the days.
pandemic's done and we're in the same place, can jam it out. I gotta ask, how long have you had that cello case there in the background?
Haha. I've had it since seventh grade, and I started a new one too.
So how many stickers are on the new one?
I think like 1,252. I'm just kidding.
What?
I really don't know.
You are a stickerologist just like
Oh
me.
yeah.
I
Oh yeah.
got this image here of my old cello case.
That's how mine's kind of looking like over here.
Yeah, it's
Is
kind of a
yours
labor of
green?
love. It's like the more stickers you put on it, the heavier it gets over time. Like I think that my cello case actually weighs more because of all the stickers on there. My old one. Oh, you're moving it. Oh, there's your new one.
Yeah. And my
Ah.
parents told me I wasn't allowed to put any stickers on this one. I said, that's not going to last much longer.
Well, when you're a stickerologist, you can't you can't you can't hold back.
No, right? You have to just always get stickers wherever you go.
I know, and the cool thing is when you rock up with a cello case that's got a ton of stickers on it,
Oh, I know,
pe-
right?
people see you and they're like, "I got a sticker for you."
Exactly.
It's like
You
the
have the
sticker.
same issue where, like, if you go somewhere that people want to, like, carry your cello case. Like, they just want to be seen with your, like, holding your cello case.
Um, I don't think that I have that problem very often, and if people ask to hold my cello case, I'm just like, "No."
Right?
It's like strangers like coming up like, "Oh, can I hold your baby?"
I know,
Like,
right?
no, I don't know you. That's very weird of you to ask. Well, thanks so much for participating in the Cello Madness Congress and for sharing your music with us.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate
Um, I don't see anybody commenting in this Zoom chat with any more things they desperately need to know. But you know, we did. Oh, now we have somebody. How did singing become incorporated into your musical language?
it. Haha. There was a song called Old Joe Clark, and I remember it's like kind of a folky bluegrass tune, and I was like, I'm gonna challenge. Yes, you know it. Yep. So yeah, Old Joe Clark, and I was like, I want to sing the lyrics to Old Joe Clark while playing. And I found out that I could do it. And I was like, well, if I could do it with that, then I should try it with other things. And then, yeah, I just started flowing.
Nice. Yeah, that seems to be the way that it happened. One song that I want to learn, and you learn that one song, and then you have this sort of aha moment where you're like, wait, I could write my own song. I could sing anything.
Exactly.
That happened to me too. It came from playing on the street and doing classical music over the same songs over and over for hours, and then seeing other people playing on the street and going, wait, that guy's just like playing the same two chords over and over and singing. I could do that. And so that's when I started singing along while I was playing the cello and making up songs on the street, yeah, etc. Well, thank you so much. I think it's time for me to do a little bit of my own set here. Takes me a second because I'm trying to. Oh wait, we forgot our standing ovation for you. What? Everybody, give it up for Lauren Mullinax. Yeah. All right, back to. I'm going to add myself as the spotlighted. There we go. All right. So, well, thank you all so much for your attention for this Cello Madness Congress, wherever you're watching from, whether it's in Boston or Florida or Colorado or all the way in Australia. We got somebody tuning in all the way from Australia. You know, last month we did a Cello Madness Congress that featured 3 cellists from Australia. So it actually happened in 2 different days. It was here in California on Saturday and there in Australia, in Melbourne, on Sunday. And then just a week ago, we had a cellist from Berlin. It was 8 o'clock in Berlin. It was 11 in the morning here. So it's going international, folks. If you know a cellist, send them my way. I'm going to reach out and I'm going to ask them to join in the fun and join in a live stream coming up. So if you want to know about what's happening with the Cello Madness Congress, just like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram. We've got a cello YouTube channel. We've got a Twitch channel. Website coming soon, as soon as I figure that out. And we have an email list. The email list is probably the best way to keep in touch, and you can sign up for that on the Facebook page. And Jared wants to know why the mantis right here. Right here. The mantis is some art that my friend Michael Garfield did, and I asked him to do a grasshopper or a praying mantis playing a cello, riding a fern bicycle, and that's what he drew. That's what he drew for me. And partially the reason why I have a praying mantis for some of my art is because I'm doing live looping. So a mantis has 6 legs. I only have 2 arms and 2 legs, but when I'm looping, if I have at least 3 tracks going, it's kind of like having 6 appendages playing, sort of. So that's what that's all about. And yes, I have a huge water bottle because I like to stay hydrated. Why don't I start off with a song about water? stand up and fight. It's alright. Water is life. Oh, my people, stand up and fight. It's alright. Water is life. Oh, my people, stand up and fight. It's alright. Water is life. Stand up and fight. It's alright. Water is life. Oh, my people, stand up and fight. It's alright. Water is life. People, stand up and fight. It's alright. Water is life. Oh, my people, stand up and fight. It's alright. Water is life. Oh, yeah.
Here's to that. Water is life.
So I learned that from somebody I met at a festival outside of Santa Barbara called Lucidity Festival. And is this guy named Chumash. The Native American tribe down there is also called Chumash. And he said that he was at Standing Rock. And that's one of the chants that the people were singing when they were doing their protests. And I thought that I would like to put some music to that, because music is a powerful force for uniting us and for change. I've seen a couple documentaries recently that were really eye-opening. One's called Kiss the Ground. It's all about permaculture and regenerative farming, and one's called The Social Dilemma. And I know it's kind of ironic to be singing a song about social media while doing a live stream and telling you to follow us on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and Twitch and YouTube, but I'm going to do that anyway. I actually have two songs that I've written about this topic because it's so permeating our lives right now. And I'm going to do the newer one first, and then I'm going to go straight into the next song. It's going to be kind of a marathon, so I hope you can hang in there. Try and do short versions of these songs. The first one's called Algorithms. speaking while you're seeking after fame. Your numbers never add up, they don't seem to compute. Cause there's a kitty in pajamas and it's just too cute. This facial recognition's taking over free reign, while the blockchain is pouring the champagne. In the dark web is doing the profane, while the troll culture's blowing up the Ukraine. And who controls your algorithm? 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 Watch what they want you to watch. Who controls your algorithm? Hear what they want you to hear. Who controls your algorithm? Click where they want you to click. Who controls your algorithm? Buy what they want you to buy. Scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. Tap, 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 click, 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 click. Tap, tap, tap. Eyeballs on the screen and the image is moving quick. Clickbait to generate hate. Now they're advertising to alter our fate. Computing in the clouds to sway crowds. There's memes propagating on all of the streams. And who controls your algorithm? Watch what they want you to watch. Who controls your algorithm? Hear what they want you to hear. Who controls your algorithm? Like what they want you to like. Who controls your algorithm? Buy what they want you to buy. Who controls your algorithm? Hate what they want you to hate. Who controls your algorithm? Like what they want you to like. Who controls your algorithm? Click where they want you to click. Who controls your algorithm? Buy what they want you to buy. Yeah, all right. So that is one of the... I have a tendency to write these songs that are like a little bit sarcastic, a little tongue-in-cheek, a little bit downers, a little bit of a downer there. Because, I don't know, that's all I can do when it comes to frustrating systems of oppression and capitalism. But I also like to write funny songs, and here's a funnier take on that whole situation. This one's called Digital Addiction, and it's not often that I play these songs right back to back, but this is an admonishment or encouragement for you to go and check out The Social Dilemma. Now, it's on Netflix, so it's kind of a social media thing in itself. But, like, they're trying to change it from the inside. And after you see this movie, you're going to be like, wow, I actually spend way too much time scrolling through Facebook and reacting to other people's incendiary fake news. All right, this one's called Digital Addiction, written for my friend Levi Felix and his crew, The Digital Detox and Camp Grounded. They're taking pictures of other people, taking videos of other people that are posting on Facebook and tweeting about it, putting that on Instagram, then putting that up on their blog. Cause it's a culture of me, me, me. But I'm also wondering about you and you and you too. That's why I'm stalking you online and reading everything that I can find. Cause when I'm alone, I'm always reaching for my phone. When I'm alone, I'm always reaching for my phone. Cause I got a digital addiction. A digital addiction. I got a digital addiction. Yeah, I'm texting while I'm driving. I know it's dangerous, but I do it. Checking the feed before I get out of bed. Addiction. Cause I'm worried about the messages I haven't read. Addiction. Think it's time to turn it off, so turn it off now. Turn it off now. Turn it off now. Turn it off. Turn it off now. Turn it off now. Turn it off now. Turn it off. Turn it off now. Turn it off now. Turn it off now. Turn it off. Our technology, it was supposed to set us free, but instead it's got us trapped like prisoners behind a screen. And I wonder, what does it mean that all my dreams happen in pixels? They're in RGB pixels. Maybe I got that digital addiction. Yeah, I'm texting while I'm driving. I know it's dangerous, but I do it. Checking the feed before I get out of bed. Cause I'm worried about the messages I haven't read. Think it's time to turn it off, come on. Turn it off now, turn it off now. Turn it off now, turn it off. Turn it off now, turn it off now. Turn it off now, turn it off. Alright, if you're watching in the Zoom room and you have an ability to turn on your camera, go for it, because you're live. You're going out to Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Periscope, and I think, and Twitch, yeah. And now I'd like to invite you to do something that we all do all the time, and that is get out our phones and start doing stuff on them. Everybody get your phone out, take a picture of yourself with the screen in the background, or heck, I don't know. Do something weird with your phone, something that you wouldn't normally do. Oh, licking it, okay. Let me tell you a statistic. 37% of statistics are made up on the spot, but actually 73% of those statistics are actually real statistics, amazingly. And a recent study found that over 80% of cell phones had fecal matter on them. I don't know how that got there or why. Yep. Taking a phone bath by rubbing it on your face. Oh, are you recording me as I'm? Oh, so it's like a infinite recording loop. Like I'm recording you and you're recording me, and then you're gonna post this later and tag me, and then after this I'll tag you, and then we'll share it, and then everybody will know about this in the whole world. Yeah. I think it's time we recognize the power of our connectivity and learn to use it more creatively than watching cat videos on the internet all day. I know you do it, cause we can find solutions to all the problems and pollution, but we gotta change our paradigm. And I think that it's about time to break free from our digital addiction. Cause we're texting while we're driving. Don't do it, folks. Stop the text, stop the Rex. Checking the phone before we get out of bed. can't help looking at it. Worried about the messages we haven't read. Addiction. We're doing our work email on the toilet. Addiction. Answering the phone while we're having sex. Please don't ever do that. It's time to turn it off. Come on, now turn it off now. Turn it off now. Turn it off now. Turn it off. Turn it off now. Turn it off now. Turn it off now. Turn it off. Thank you. Thank you all so much for joining in on that digital addiction madness. Licking your phone. Don't ever lick your phone. It's gross because if you text or Instagram while you're in the toilet, even if you're not pooping and you're in a public bathroom, there's poo particles in there all over the place, everywhere, floating through the air, and they're getting on your phone. So just, I don't know, maybe like get some Listerine or get some like mouthwash right now. I'm just kidding. I use my phone while I'm pooping all the time. Come on, everybody does it. Everybody does it. And it's wrong. Do not do that. It's not good. But lately, folks, I have been wrestling with, some people have a problem with drugs. Some people have a problem with anger management. Some people, I don't know. Everybody's got their own thing going on. My thing is I'm addicted to media consumption. So, like, if I'm going to do something like wash the dishes, I want to listen to like a radio program or a podcast or something in the background. And I've noticed that it's crushing my productivity. So I'm doing what I can. I'm trying to meditate and do things that don't involve me watching a screen or listening to some kind of digital entertainment. And man, it is really hard. It's really, really hard. I got time for maybe one more song. If you guys want to hear one, I'll play one more, and then we can all get on with our day and stop looking at a screen. Maybe I'll go for a run. It's still light out here in Oakland. So, on the subject of meditation, maybe I'll play a song about that. We have had two excellent cellists in this show, the Cello doll and Lauren Mullinax, and we all talked about practicing 6 hours a day, 8 hours a day, throwing the metronome through the window, and it's like you got to pay your dues when you're a musician, and every minute that you spend with that metronome is like, for somebody that's religious, it's like time they spend with prayer for like communing with our God, which is time. For musicians, at least, atheist musicians like myself, or agnostic, I should say, musicians like myself. And I think that was a quote that I just dropped from John McGann, who is a mandolin player that was a teacher I took lessons from at Berklee College of Music. In any case, this is a song about meditation, and the most meditation that I've done in my life is spending time with this instrument and with a metronome. So this one's called Music is My Way of Meditation. And now you see why my water bottle is so huge. So that beatboxing takes up spit. Thank you. Where did I go? What happened? Just an minute, and then like a few hours later, you're like, what just happened? Where am I? What's going on? Where have I been? What did I do? Well, hey, thank you so much to the Cello Doll, to Lauren Mullinax, for performing earlier today. And thanks to everybody that's been tuning in on our live stream. And the next Cello Madness Congress is coming up October 10th. And if you want to follow what I'm doing or download any of my music, it's easy to find. Just look up CELLOJOE.com or on wherever you look. And you can find the Cello Doll at the Cello Doll on everything. And Lauren Mullinax, you can just search for your name, right? Yeah? Search for Lauren Mullinax, Mullinax. You can find her music easily. And thank you all so much for joining us. I think that's the end of the show.
Thank you, Joe.
Oh, my pleasure.
Without you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to stop this live stream.